what does the zoo mean to you?
The zoo means to me, that's a big question off the bat. The zoo is my life, it's my job, obviously, but I feel like over the last few years it's kind of been a bit more ingrained into me, like it's kind of become my identity. The zoo's like my child. I love it very much. It's challenging, it's rewarding. You love it, you hate it. Like the zoo is the most important thing in my life. Yeah, it's a big deal to me. Hello, I'm Pixie, owner of the live music venue, The Zoo in Brisbane. When I first moved to Brisbane, I moved here when I was 17. Didn't have a job or anything, so I just quickly applied for as many things as I could. I'm from North Queensland, so I applied for a bunch of jobs up there. I'd never been lived in Brisbane or anything like that. And everyone was like, come down, if you move here, we'll give you an interview. So I just packed my bags, said to my parents, I'm leaving, and they kind of just were like, what? And it was a Wednesday and I was down there on the Monday. And this is it. So it's pretty much the same. It's kind of nice when people walk in and they're like, oh, it feels like it's home, and it's like it's been the same when we came here last 10 years ago. So it's nice to have kept that kind of originality there of what it was, but we've also kind of made it a little bit more relevant, I guess, for now. Like we've added some plants in it and put some booths in and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember so clearly the day he asked me, we were walking across, I was walking across Bakery Lane, and he goes, Pixie, come here, I've got a proposal for you. And I was like, okay, Arthur. And I go over and I sit down, and he's like, how would you feel about owning a live music venue? And I sat down and I just looked at him and I was like, you're kidding me, like that's, of course I would like to own a live music venue. But I kind of didn't really think anything of it at that second, because I was like, I can never afford that and I don't know how to do that. And then he just looked at me and was like, the zoo is looking for a new owner, and I think that you'd be the right person to do it. And it was like the penny dropped, and every single thing that I'd done made sense. It was really, that was it. I was like, that's exactly why I'm here, and it was just everything just slotted into place. Over here, we've been collecting animals. We thought that would be quite ironic to add some animals in here. That giraffe, his name is Neki. So we've got like animals like kind of hidden all around the space. There's a little core up there and some bats over there. So yeah, there's bits and pieces all around the place like that, which is kind of fun. All the instruments out of there were donated by local musos. They came and dropped them off, which was pretty cool. I guess, yeah, being very independent and very small, when you do look at us as a business, that's also a challenge. We're basically running on a model of our funds come through the bar. So we don't take any money from the door. We very rarely take door money. So when a band sets a ticket price, we don't actually have anything to do with that. And we don't take any money from the door. So we rely solely on bar sales. So our problems arise, I guess. So if someone comes late, or they don't drink, or they pre-drink, we actually don't make any money. So that's a pretty big challenge. There's some nights where it's a really chill night and people just have one glass of wine and we don't make anything. Like it's pretty hard. And then yeah, they have nights where people will pre-drink at home and come just for the headline act. That's also really tricky. So having that as our model isn't great. But it's a tricky one as well, because we've tried to reevaluate that. We've tried to open earlier, we've tried to open later, we've tried to introduce food, we've done so many different things, but it just doesn't stick. And so what we've always reverted to is like, do what we do and do it well. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Just focus on getting the best possible shows and try and get people in here as early as we can. And so yeah, it is important that people do come. These are the OG festival hall chairs. So music venue in the Valley that actually the Fort Music Hall is modelled off. We've got the original chairs. So these are pretty special chairs actually, if you want to have a sit on them. Sometimes just being a sole operator is isolating. Yeah, I don't really have anyone to ask questions, and that's sometimes hard. Yeah, it'd be nice to, I do miss working in a team. You don't have anyone to celebrate the little wins with, or if you have a bad day or you have a good day, it can be pretty restrictive. It's all shiny on the outside, but there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, and even for artists, it can be a very quick rise and a very steep fall for a lot of musicians, and that's why I guess I love it and want to support musicians as much as we can here. So, yeah. This is where the magic happens. It's actually super boring. Everyone has this big idea about how cool it is to be backstage. It's not even very exciting. This is the backstage area, and then this is where the band, all the shenanigans happen in here. It's a bit of an awkward space because it's a fire exit as well, so we can't really do very much with it. All the photos on the walls are actually bands that have played the Zoo. Cameras just didn't exist. No, they did, but there was no iPhones when a lot of these bands played, and no Instagram or Facebook. So there's a living end, and they did a set at the Zoo, and it was, I think it was like 5 days, or it was like each album, one after the other. This photo here, even though it looks really dodgy, this is an original photo, and that's Nick Cave. So I'm pretty impressed by this little baby. We got Butterfingers and Lord. That was pretty special. So that was Lord played here, I think it was 2014. Luca Brasi, Favourites, Gyroscope, Black Keys, which is cool. Friends on Rom, Silverchair, Violent Soho actually began here. So there's some really nice stories of some bigger bands that had their first ever gig. So Violent Soho was one of them. Wax played here and had their first ballpark music. So we've got some really nice connections with these bands who kind of worked their way up through the ranks. And yeah, the Pixies, Powderfinger, they started here. There's a lot of history in these walls and a lot of banter that has happened in this building, and a lot of it I probably don't even know about. So yeah, so that's kind of the backstage area.
Of Action Slacks.
And we are Buttercats.
We're relies on the delusional.
My first show ever was at the Zoo, so this is a nice place. It feels like home.
I think our first show at the Zoo, it might have even been a Spill City thing. It was definitely one to remember.
I saw Emily King here maybe 2 years ago, and it was mind-blowing.
I came and saw Cigarettes After Sex.
I saw Jens Lekman here.
I saw Mole Rat.
Ariel Pink. It was really loud and it was packed, it was sold out.
I think ever since Pixie started running it as well, it's been like extra.
Yeah, she knows how to look after artists.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
In 5 words to describe the Zoo: big, sweaty, beautiful, structural.
Fun, loud, boisterous.
It's very exciting and fun.
It's definitely hot, it's sweaty, people are really drunk, but it's like chill still, pretty intense and quite beautiful.
We love the Zoo.
We love it.
We love the Zoo.
Yeah, we love it.